video on the channel where today I'll be uploading my first video on Gran Turismo Sport. Yay! This is something I've wanted to do for a while now, but I never really knew the race to upload, but finally I had one in Interlagos, which I just knew was perfect for this channel. So that's me in the yellow Lamborghini there. I did a Keke Rosberg throwback. If you want to know what I'm throwing back to, you can take a look at my Twitter. Anyways, we'll get started with the race where any good race starts at the start of the race. However, we're not going to focus on my car. Take a look at these two leaders. Key players here, and for the rest of the race, will be this white Lexus and that red Lamborghini. So the race starts, it's fairly clean, everyone gets down to turn 1, except they don't. If you take a look at the Lexus here, he goes for a bit of an insane lunge up the inside. That Lexus has quite a bit of straight line speed. Down the inside into turn 1 they go. Just a little bit of contact to the Lamborghini, and I think he steered wide just a little bit. That's back to me. They run into each other, kill their momentum, so I pop to the outside. So now what I'm trying to do is get as much of a run on the leaders as I can because I know I have the pace to win this race. The question is just, can I execute? We'll step back from me for a while because things get a little bit crazier between the leaders. Down towards, I guess we're getting closer to the mid-sector, the Lamborghini goes way wide. Here comes the Lexus. He has a really good run onto this mid-straight here. Goes outside, back inside on the Lamborghini. Cuts to the inside, touch 1. He spins back into the car. And it's chaos. I get through to the lead for a brief moment, but the Renault stuffs it up the inside. You can see here from my view, Lamborghini just goes to the shadow realm. Here's from the Renault. You'll see the leaders, they crash. Off goes the Lamborghini, and he sees the opportunity. Up the inside he goes. Clean pass, so now I find myself down in second. That's the Lamborghini into the wall. Don't worry, he'll end up being fine. Back to me now, I'm going for a move on the Renault, but here comes the Bugatti on the outside. Doesn't go for the move down into the corner, but that would have been something that would have been very interesting to see. Back to me as we go through the tight left-hander. There's chaos behind. The Bugatti's understeering wide. It's really all kicking off for third, but what's important is that I am away with second. Now we're going into the corner, and I go in just a little too deep on the move. I shove the Renault wide. That was really on me. I probably should have taken a bit less speed. And that will be a 2-second time penalty coming my way. Don't worry, we'll fight back from it. It's not race ending. That comes later in the race. Anyways, you can see behind it's all chaos. There's just a Renault running into everyone. The Bugatti's going out wide, and there's a Jaguar in third. It's really just chaos behind. But what's important here is the straight line speed of the Renault, because he gets the move done, or he starts to get the move done, goes for it on the outside of the Senna S's. I'm able to hold him off. This is kind of what's important here, is that I'm very good at defending. Throughout the race, it really took a lot to try and get past me, and I think that's probably what kept me in the lead for so long. Anyways, coming to the penalty zone, I'll pull over to the left, serve my penalty, end up falling down to about 5th, and now the Renault looks like he has kind of control over this race. Back to me now, I'm down in a 4th. Watch that white Lamborghini ahead of me. He is going to be a big factor in this race. Ahead of him, that's the Jaguar, and behind us all is the red Lamborghini, but we'll come back to him later. Anyways, my goal now is to basically try and get as many spots as I can, so it's the white Lamborghini that's first on my list. I don't really know where I'm going for the overtake, but I know that I'm faster than him. You'll see this throughout the race, that I'm a lot faster than a lot of the people in front of me. So the question is really, where can I make the move? Pretty cool camera shot going down in the next corners. And then it all goes wrong for the leaders. The Jaguar takes the lead before getting plowed in tow by the Renault. I shove the white Lamborghini through, and it's all just kicking off. The Jaguar goes for a great dive up the inside. Renault understeers wide, smacks into him again. Jaguar goes sideways off the corner. The Renault's trying to get through. They touch again. Here comes that white Lamborghini. I'll give him a big shove up the inside. Back to me now in 4th. Now I'm trying to get shoved off by the Jaguar here. It's really not a clean race going down the back, but it's a lot of fun. At the time of racing this, I was just having so much fun. Anyways, we're going to back out of that because I don't want to go for too much of a dive on the Jaguar. But up front, that's the white Lamborghini going for the lead on the Renault. He'll make that clean. Up into the lead goes the Lamborghini. Now it's a question of me of how high can I get in this pack. Trying to make a move on the outside of the Jaguar here, setting him up for the next corner. I try to keep it clean. Unfortunately, that Jaguar has many other ideas, pretty much pile driving me into the corner. I'm able to get by him, though, and that's what's important. So I'm up in a 3rd, and he isn't really able to get back around me. Meanwhile, this red Lamborghini, this is the one that crashed at the beginning of the race. Now he's back in this race. You'll see I'll hit the Jaguar on the way into the corner. Now he's fighting back on the inside. They're touching, but not really. Now he's looking to set up a move on the outside of the Jaguar. There's some really great racing going on. I had so much fun in this race. Anyways, red Lamborghini goes to the outside of the Jaguar. They're going to be side by side. You can get a move done on the outside in that corner. Not quite, though. Up the inside, I go with the Renault now. It's important that the Lamborghinis have a lot better handling than the Renaults because the Renaults absolutely kill them in a straight line. Back up the inside goes the Renault, and now Lamborghinis are running 1, 3, and 4, but it's a Renault separating us all. Anyways, this red Lamborghini is going to be a huge player later on in the race. He's the one that crashed, by the way. So anyways, coming down the front straightaway, I'm still in 3rd. this is where things kind of started to get a little more chaotic. I have to, by the way, give huge props to that red Lamborghini. He raced me clean all race, always backed out of things when they looked dangerous. That Jaguar, though, no props to him. He pretty much obliterated me going into that corner. Anyways, red Lamborghini's starting to lose some time here, even as a Renault going up his inside. Luckily, he's able to get this sorted out pretty quickly. You can see the Renault there trying to go up the inside, ends up backing out of it. This red Lamborghini, Jaguar locks up just a little bit, gets a lot closer to him, and he'll be able to set up a move pretty nicely. But yeah, things have started to calm down a little bit ever since that opening lap chaos, or should I say opening laps chaos. Things are starting to get a little bit cleaner, but not too much cleaner. As you'll see later on in the race, the racing just gets even better. Down the inside goes the Lamborghini, or he thought about it there, slipped out just a little bit. Meanwhile, skipping forward just a bit here, I get a good run off the corner on the Renault, send one down the inside once again. This time I keep it semi-clean. It's very difficult to get a good run off that corner. I do hit him a little bit wide, but I think this time the game decided it was a penalty. Around the outside I go, just a bit of a shove from the Renault, but that's hard to avoid when you're racing side by side through that corner, so I wouldn't hold anything like that against him. Anyways, once again down the front straightaway, and at this point I'm thinking that I really have to hold off that green Renault. We know he has a lot of straight line speed, and he'll demonstrate it right here. No slipstream, no assistance, really just going clean around the outside, or at least setting up a move to go around the outside of the Senna S's. We'll track him here down the front straightaway. Very good livery on his car, by the way. Anyways, he'll come on the outside, he's going for the move, and it was pretty clean, but I still held him off. That's one thing, again, that I told you about earlier, that I am very good at defending my position in Gran Turismo, and basically that's evidence right there. Red Lamborghini goes around the outside of the Renault, clean move by him as we're back onto the back straightaway, and yeah. Anyways, it's about this time when we're pretty much going to establish the key players in this race. The white Lamborghini, me, and this red Lamborghini. Things are going to get a lot closer over the next couple laps. Anyways, red Lamborghini tries to set up a move up the inside. I did go a little bit wide into that corner, just through the grass. It's getting very close. It is very difficult to make an overtake here at Brazil. Not impossible, just difficult. Meanwhile, he'll go for an overtake on the outside. I'll cover that one off. Now he'll go back down the inside. Bit of a crossover there. Very good move by him. Again, huge props to this red Lamborghini. He would always brake early if he was behind me. He never really caused any trouble. So yeah, he always kept it clean. If anything, I was probably the one who probably could have backed off a little bit more. But anyways, he always kept it clean, so huge props to him. Anyways, back pretty much onto the main straight. Things are getting a little bit calmer, but I am realizing now that red Lamborghini, I think he's trying to work with me, because you'll see, I don't know if it's down this straight or the next straight, but he has the slipstream, and while he could go for the move, he's smart about it. He decides to bump draft me instead, and that definitely helped us catch the leaders. What's really important about what he's doing here is that instead of going for the move, he's kind of just staying behind so we could both catch the leaders, and then he could have a better chance of winning. Throughout this whole race, at any point, he could have gone for like a stupid lunge up the inside, because he was being very conservative on the brakes. You'll notice that instead of being like right behind me trying to get really close under the braking, he'll generally try and keep a good distance, which is good. That's absolutely what he should be doing, because I did have a race later on in this where I completely misjudged my braking against a Jaguar and would have gone sailing, and pretty much went sailing right into him. So not proud of that. But anyways, back down this mid-straight, Lamborghini again backs off early, so things do start to settle down just for a little bit here. We'll have a bit of an incident coming up through this corner. Once again, I'm just running a little bit wide through there. I really struggled with getting the entry hooked up there. He'll make a little bit of contact, tries to go down the inside, but ends up backing out of it. So very smart move here, because again, he could have just shoved his car up the inside and probably would have wrecked us both, but instead, he's keeping a cool head, just staying back. I really got to give this guy huge props, because he probably ran the best race of any of us. He was able to really be like careful and cautious when overtaking, didn't go for any unnecessary risks. You'll see that it paid off. Anyways, he tries to go for a move around the outside here. I know it's possible, but I ended up covering him off. I told you, I'm very good at like defending my position against cars that should probably be around me by now. Down the front straightaway, I skipped that corner. You'll see what I told you about earlier. He's bump drafting me, so we're basically just trading speeds off each other. He's pushing me, I'm giving him slipstream, so we're both going faster, which is definitely going to help us in our chase of the leader, because he was able to get quite a big gap after that kind of scrap that we had. So we'll skip ahead just a bit here. Not too much happens until right here. Oh, sorry, this is not the lap that happened. That happens next lap. But the leader goes wide. He has a 5/10 time penalty, and at this point we're realizing that we could be on for a win here. Me and the red Lamborghini. He could also be on for a win. The white car, everyone here really has an equal chance of winning. Everyone raced extremely cleanly. I'm basically trying to reinforce the idea that this was a very good race. Anyways, we're getting into the position where we have this like 3-car lead battle where everyone's pretty much equally skilled. No one has like a clear advantage over anyone. Skipping back to me now, I got a bad run off that corner, so that should mean that the red Lamborghini should go for a move on me, but instead he just bump drafts me, he's just pushing me, we're both getting closer to the leader, and you'll see that definitely paid off for him. So coming down this mid straight, the white Lamborghini will have a penalty to serve. It's only 5/10, so it'll take him like just a few seconds, or not a few seconds, it'll take him like nothing. He'll basically only lose one position, you'll see. But that does mean that he will lose that one position to me. So into the lead I go, and for the first time all day, I'm realizing that I could, like, legitimately have a chance at the win. I knew before that we were probably going to catch him, but what's different now is that now I kind of need to hold everyone off. It turns into a much more defensive race, which theoretically should mean I have a great chance. You'll see that red car, he's really swinging up a move on me, trying to figure out a way around me. I'm really holding him up, which is good. I think I'm doing a really good job defending. Parking my car on the apex here, he's really having a hard time getting around me, which is exactly what I want, because I pretty much know that the minute he gets around me, he's going to take off into the distance. So I just need to protect, which I've been doing very well so far. Red car slips up just a little bit, so the white car's going to take advantage, stick one down the inside. Very good move by him. Now down the front straightaway, it'll kind of be a slipstream battle, who can go the fastest. White car gets kind of a bad exit, so that'll hand the advantage to the red Lamborghini here. I know I'm kind of just going off of colors here. Kind of sounds amateurish, but I don't really know what to call these people. Down the inside goes the red Lamborghini, thinks better of it though. It's really difficult to go for a move into the set S's. He almost loses it there on entry. He's able to keep it down though. Very good save by the red Lamborghini. Saves, that'll be something important. Anyways, back down this straightaway. Here's a really cool clip, by the way, just seeing us all going head-to-head like that. I'm leading the race, white car behind. It's just fun. I'm just having a really fun time so far. It's been really hard racing, but it's been really good racing, and honestly, I would say that's my favorite type of racing. Anyways, white car goes wide, so down the inside goes the red Lamborghini, slides up in front. Very good move by him. This time, I make sure to protect the inside going into this corner, so he can't get a move on me there. And then I slip up. I just slide a little bit wide, so that's going to let the red car just slip through. He clears me. However, I'm able to pull up a good move up the inside, able to outbrake him, go up the inside. He backs out of the move, and I'm able to overtake back for the race lead. Cover him off just a little bit going into the left-hander. Very good defending by everyone, really. If anyone, I would probably say that I'm the most aggressive defender out of these people. But whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. Down the inside goes the white car. Very clean move by him. Really nice livery, too. I like what he did with the Lamborghini logo up front. But anyways, down the front, and I'm starting to build a little bit of a cushion, but it's still not much. You really can't get too comfortable in these races because they do get extremely close. Everyone's kind of slipstreaming off each other, and it's kind of just becoming a game of protecting, like I said. On board with me now through the Sun S's. You can take a look at how I'm taking these corners. And then, this is kind of where it all starts to fall apart. I get a bad run off the corner, then the white car gets a good run on me. He's able to get in my slipstream and going into turn 4. That's where it really all falls apart. I didn't think to defend because I didn't think that he was close enough to go for a move, but I was definitely wrong. He was a lot more confident on the brakes than I was. Down the inside he goes. I didn't try and cut him off or anything. I gave him room. Red car follows through. That's one thing that I think was very shocking. I didn't expect him to go for such a move like that. I try and follow him through. White car tries to go for a crossover and turns into my lane, and there I go. Wow, that's not the way I wanted to end that race. It was a racing incident. I'm not going to put blame on anyone. I probably shouldn't have gone for an aggressive, like, going down the inside like that. White car probably shouldn't have caught me off, and I don't know if that red car was totally right in, like, following that empty space on the inside. It was very small. But either way, racing incident to everyone. Just a shame that the race had to end like that. I know what the white car was doing. He was trying to cut back on the red car and go for an, like, what would you call that, an undercut? Not an undercut, like a crossover on exit. It just so happened that the lane he was trying to cross over into was where my car was. So coming to the line, I'll end up finishing in 3rd place where I started. So overall, not a bad race. I end up holding off 4th place on absolutely horrible tires. And that would be the end of my race. Kind of a disappointing way to end it. I definitely wanted to try and go for the win. But sometimes that happens when you're racing that hard. It's just something that, you know, it's a byproduct of hard racing. And I'm glad that no one got a penalty because I wouldn't say that anyone was at fault. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this race because I certainly did. I wasn't mad at anyone. I congratulated everyone after the race. If you like this video, let me know, and I will make more of these, because I certainly have a lot of good races on this game. Bye!